The interpreting industry is changing as any other sector or domain is. What we see really is a coexistence between AI and human interpretation. We support clients across geographies in Europe, in the US, worldwide. And what we really see is that while AI has become a real solution, adopted by many organizations already years or several months ago, on the other hand, human interpretation, highly professional interpreters specialized in different domains, have never been more important. What we see is also that interpreter training, especially in regulated markets, in healthcare, in justice, has become even more important than it was before. Organizations really appreciate, are more and more aware of the importance of qualified resources. And so back to the coexistence, we really see a convergence between human and AI, which offers very significant opportunities to organizations to blend the communication experience and to expand the number of use cases in which interpretation and language access is used. Communication is organization specific. Multilingual communication is really specific to a setting, to context, and to specific use cases. What Lia Live brings to the market is really a unified platform that will allow organizations to design and manage the communication flow end to end. This means an AI interpretation module, which is a SaaS platform that allows each organization to basically determine and monitor how AI is used for which use cases, to monitor and evaluate quality, to access advanced analytics via dedicated dashboards. All this empowers organizations to co-create the communication flow. And then, of course, human expertise is at the core of all of our services. Acolad believes in technology, in AI, but we also believe that technology, in a way, and AI now, augments the communication experience, which is really one of the values and principles at the core of Lia Live. Multilingual communication is inherently a human experience, right? So whenever it comes to AI and human interpretation, the first decision layer tends to be relatively objective. When it comes to compliance, when it comes to security, each organization, of course, needs to make decisions on: is this platform secure enough? Is the platform ISO compliant, SOC compliant, HIPAA compliant? So these are questions that already help organizations, when it comes to AI, make informed decisions. And again, this first layer is relatively objective. But then when it comes to adoption, when it comes to deployment, the decision really becomes very specific to the organization itself, and not only. It becomes highly specific to context, setting, and use cases. So working on AI testing, evaluation, and deployment on a daily basis, what I can say, and also partnering with organizations in different geographies, is that whenever you start deploying the solution, be it human or AI, it becomes quite clear quite quickly which solution is the right fit for a specific use case. And so it is not a theoretical, conceptual conversation. It's really about adopting, testing, evaluating in a safe environment, and then making decisions, building a decision matrix which will keep evolving as technology evolves, and as together, as we partner, we set parameters and continue optimizing. Acolad has partnered with organizations in regulated settings for many years. What we see is that many of the organizations we have evolved with over the years, started evaluating, benchmarking, and testing AI solutions already a while ago. Of course, in regulated markets, stakes are high, and it is where, back to the decision matrix, it is more important than in any other domain to test and adopt technology in a safe way. So typically, in these high-stakes settings, the pressure on human interpretation on highly qualified interpreters is very high. As we know, services must be instant, communication needs may be urgent, and that's where it is really key to ensure that specialized interpreters are available where they are needed the most. And that's where AI, and in particular Lia Live with its orchestrated workflows, really helps select the use cases in which human is irreplaceable and where AI can be deployed. And how can we do that? So concretely, multiple use cases can be selected, AI can be tested in those use cases, and then together we determine, okay, when are we ready to run a proof of concept, a pilot in those specific use cases, so that we can free up time and capacity to allow interpreters to focus on what matters the most. This is just an example of how Lia Live can contribute in regulated settings in supporting the decision-making process. In the field of multilingual communication, what is really key is to be able to identify certain parameters that are going to drive value for the organization. So organizations all speak their own language, and their own language is, as we said, use case and setting specific. So what Lia Live allows you to do is really, first of all, to measure and oversee the full life cycle. Communication via AI, be it human interpretation provided by professional interpreters. The first step is really to be able to measure the parameters that are key for you, and then starting from this benchmark, improving and continue optimizing. So it's really a tool that enables organizations to evaluate service performance, be it human or AI. Lia Live allows organizations to select their own preferred interpreters, for example, to optimize terminology and select glossaries, continue improving to achieve always better outcomes, or also allows organizations to understand to identify any gaps, which then we partner together on to continue improving and optimizing service efficiency, accuracy, and the overall impact of multilingual communication within your own organization.